So I wasn't planning on making a video about this trip because frankly I know nothing about making YouTube videos, but I think that this trip is something that only happens once in a lifetime, and I wanted to document all the beauty that I see around me. I'm in Shoganji, a temple retreat down south in Japan, in a sweet coastal city called Oita. The temple is quite a bit farther from that. I had to get off at this station called Kozaki Station and hop on a car for 10 minutes to get to the temple. It's led by this amazing man. His name is Gio, and he has been at the temple for God knows how long. He grew up here, and he is the main caretaker of the temple. Every morning at 5 a.m. we get up and we meditate for an hour and a half. This is a practice that is also led by Gio, and it allows us to really get ourselves grounded in the temple culture of Japan. I've been spending the last 3 days meditating at 5:30 in the morning, and although most of the time I tend to have trouble staying awake, it has been incredibly meaningful to me to be able to finally have some time to sit alone with my thoughts, or just figure out what's bothering me, figure out how to let my mind be without trying to change it. One of the biggest things that I struggled with is dealing with anxiousness and thinking that there's a right way or a wrong way to think. And what I learned during this retreat is that there is no wrong way for a thought to occur in your mind. Anything and everything should be let into your brain. They should be processed, they should be accepted, and they should not be shunned away at the pretense that it is a wrong thought to have. I had a really meaningful conversation with someone here during one of the most beautiful sunsets I have ever seen in my life. He is someone that I believe has a lot of courage, because he has done something that he must have been thinking of for a long time. And finally, he has quit the job that made him unhappy, came here to do some reflection and figure out what happens next. And I think that I came here for partly the same reason. I just graduated from a degree that I don't enjoy. I don't see myself doing it for the rest of my life, and I have this passion that is right in front of me, but I am too afraid to chase it, in fear that it won't give me stability and that I won't be able to take back that decision. But something I've been sitting on a lot here is the idea that now, when I finally have all this time in the world, the only thing that I want to do, that I reach for, is my camera. And I think that deep down I know the right decision as well. I know that I should be chasing what makes me happy and taking that risk, because even if the destination isn't what I want it to be, I'm sure that the journey will mean more than anything to me. But I'm still afraid. And that was something that I realized during the sunset, is hearing this story of his that sounds so eerily familiar to mine if I were to go down a path I didn't enjoy. Would I find myself back here in 20 years contemplating the same thing? You can't buy back the time after all. I'm really still in the process of figuring it out, because I don't want to give up on a stable future to chase something that I love, but I don't know if it will work out. But I think that I have met one more person that has taught me that I should not live with any regrets. And I think that has made a massive difference in my mindset. And even if I don't make the decision immediately, I know that somewhere deep down, I will have the courage in the future to make sure that I do not live a career of regret. This temple has become my home for the last 3 days. We eat home-cooked meals with veggies grown in the garden. There's 2 lovely, incredibly loud cats here that scream for food at the door every single morning, and we give it to them without fail. I spend my days editing photos, taking walks, staying an entire afternoon at the beach, and hand washing my laundry, and it has been one of the greatest things that I have been lucky enough to experience. To be off the beaten road in Japan, to see a life that is so full of tranquility and community and culture here has really made me realize the productivity and just stability we chase back there at home in the big cities. What is it all for? If the life that we live does not end up being a life that we believe will give us endless joy, I don't see why we chase it just to fulfill this idea that we should. I'm not sure what comes next. I'm not sure how long or short it will be until I take this life-changing leap of faith, but I am making this video to remind you and to remind me that there is never a wrong time to restart. That your life is meant for you to live it as you want to. That there are so many doors and possibilities for you as long as you take the chance to open it. That there's a life that you can call your own proudly, knowing that you got there all by yourself, even if it involved letting go of some things that you were taught to hold on to. I intend to spend the rest of my time here, which is only really a few days, to photograph as much as I can, to videograph everything, to do things that I never had the time to do before, which is to fully devote myself to this art. And I hope to see that I develop even more and more love for it. And I hope that it gives me the courage to make the decision that I know is right. I hope you take your leap of faith as well.